Good morning, dear students. How are we doing? I hope we are keeping safe and adhering to the various health instructions. Okay, today we are going to be looking at how to calculate correlation coefficient using software such as the Excel spreadsheet. Remember, before now, during our last class, we calculated correlation coefficients manually using the Pearson's formula. But today we are going to be doing that with a software such as Excel. And the reason for this is because in real life situation, you're going to be dealing with huge amount of data. You're going to be dealing with data that spans into like 1,000, 5,000 and so on data. So in such situation, it will be very, very difficult to calculate correlation coefficients using any of those formulas you've seen. So it will be easier, much more easier, safer, and much more accurate doing such large form of data with an application such as the Excel or even SPSS or eViews and so on. So without wasting our time, what I'm going to be doing also is that I'm going to be using the data sets we used while we're calculating manually. I'm going to use them so that at the end of the day, we'll compare and contrast and see if there are differences or similarity in both answers. I hope you're with me on this. Okay, let's go. Trust me, it's a very, 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 very simple procedure. Very, 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 very simple. You can count on that. So without wasting our time, I'll share the screen with you, and then you'll see the data we used when we calculated manually, and we're going to use the same data to calculate it on Excel. So here is the same data set, the age and the height of the students, their age and their height. And if you remember, when we calculated it manually, we got a correlation coefficient of 0.529. Please, for this data set, take note, age and height, we got a correlation coefficient of 0.529. So now let's use the same data and calculate it manually and then see what our answer would be. So I'm just going to share the Excel spreadsheet with you. Okay, so this is the same data set, the age and the height of the student. And now we have to do what? We have to calculate it manually and then see what we get. So now let's move. Take note, please, it's the same data set, just like I showed us earlier. So let's calculate it manually and see. The first thing you have to do is to click on what? On data. Now, having clicked on data, the next thing you have to do is to click on data analysis. Now here you will see different things you can do with Excel. You can calculate ANOVA, just as we're going to see in our succeeding classes. You can use it to calculate regression, just as we've seen. You can also use it to do too many things, hypothesis testing, as we're going to see in our next class, and so on and so forth. So because we are just dealing with correlation, so you just click on correlation. And it's going to give you a window like this. So the next thing you have to do is to be safe to remove whatever it is that has been there in the input range, and then you highlight the data you want to analyze. So these are our data sets, and you can see it's being represented here. We're looking at A1 from A2, which is here, A2, down to B7, which is what B7 here. And then the next thing you're going to do is to select the output range. That is where you want the output to come out. Here it's also safe to remove whatever has been there before. And then you click on where you want that data to fall. Me, I would want it to fall here. So I click here, which is what? Cell B10. This is B, and this is 10. So you click OK. You can see our answer here, the correlation coefficient here is what? 0.52. The same thing as we got. Let me show you. Let me take us back. I'm just going to share that same screen with you. So you can see the same data set. Our correlation coefficient here is what? 0.529. After we calculated using this formula by hand, we got 0.52. The same thing we got here, which is what? 0.52. So we can see manually our answer is what is correct. So let's just try one more example. Using the second example we calculated manually. This is the same, this is the data set here. In this case, we were dealing with what? Age and weight. So here is the value. These are the age and the weight. So we simply go to data. Let's take note. You click on data analysis. You select correlation. To move whatever slide, whatever thing has been there. Then you highlight afresh. You can see. Then you click wherever you want the data set to fall in. I want mine to be here beneath this. So, and then I click OK. Okay. The reason why this is coming up is because I did not select the output range properly where I want it to follow. So I'm just going to return back to it. Remove whatever is there. Okay, let's take it afresh. Remove whatever is here in the input field. So you select your input afresh. You can see. So where I want the output to fall, I click in here, and then I click wherever I want the output to fall, which is beneath this. You can see it right here. Then I click OK. You can see our output, our correlation coefficient here is what? 0.99, which shows a perfect positive correlation between the age and the weight of the student. A perfect positive correlation. Now let's check back with our manually calculated correlation coefficient and see if it is the same. So I'm just going to share that slide with you again. This is it. Remember, these are the same data sets. This is the weight, this is the age of the student. And then we remember we calculated it manually, and we got what? 0.99, which is the same as what we got here. So you can see it's very, very easy. It doesn't matter how huge the data is. What you just have to do is to enter them properly, even if they are into millions of data. If the data are millions in number, just enter them neatly, specifying the X and the Y, and then go to data, click on data analysis, you click on correlation, and it gives you your value. So I hope you try this in your own, at your own spare time. Do them as much as you can, over and over again, till you feel you're perfect with it. And if at all you run into any problem, please, you can feel free to point that out to me. I'll be more than glad to help out in any way I can. Please, I'm begging. Any problem at all, any question at all, please feel free to chat me up. Could be on the WhatsApp, through the My CCU platform. Could also chat me up through my email, as you always have. But please, the main idea is for you to understand how to do this manually, and then go ahead doing it. So till I come your way next class, please be safe. Thank you, and God bless you.